So, America, I think we need to talk. Turns out America's just voted to elect a massive what's-it as its next president. What the hell is going on? I don't understand politics at the best of times, but I at least thought everyone had the decency to know when not to elect misogynistic, homophobic, xenophobic, bigoted... They've elected a reality TV star to run their country. I'm very confused. A lot of the media is saying the reason why Donald won was because Hillary didn't run a good campaign. However, Hillary won the popular vote. Look at the numbers, she got more votes. Clearly, I think the media are ever so slightly biased against her. Now, I'm not saying this as someone that loves Hillary and hates Donald. On one hand, you have Mr. Xenophobia 2016. On the other, you have a woman who doesn't even know how to write emails properly. We think it's bad over here having a Tory government that was elected with about 30% of the total votes, let alone having both sides of the argument just as bad as each other. However, I do think Hillary was the best choice. Admittedly, there are rumours of her starting World War III if she did get into power, but on a local level, for social politics, for equal rights, she was the best choice. And now we have the Donald, as he's known. America, you're kind of screwed, and you've done that to yourself. How would you feel? There was a stat that I saw on Twitter that said the majority of airtime was taken up by discussion of Hillary's emails, which is crazy. The election that just ran effectively became a smear campaign, and I think that is why Donald won. Average Joe blogs of America went against the political system and went, no, we don't want a politician, and he's the man for change. Which is dangerous, at least from a British person's perspective, because I like having equal rights. I don't know about you. Old Don, however, doesn't seem to think so. He seems to think that by saying you're going to build a wall, then the Mexicans are going to build that wall for him, even though the Mexican government has said, piss off. Which is another point entirely of its own. I think a lot of the things Donald said was just hearsay. My politics nerd of a housemate has the same opinion. Effectively, Donald was saying all these things to get the press coverage, to become the most talked about candidate, and then eventually to win. And also, if you look at the demographics of who voted, the people who are most likely to vote voted for Donald Trump, and those people are old white men. Go figure. Everyone else, on the whole, voted for good old Hill. And that again brings us back to the whole popular vote thing. Hillary won, but because the American system is screwed up, the result was the entire opposite way round. There's a great video by CGP Grey, there it is, that explains exactly how their system works. Basically, it's just as screwed as the first past the post system that we use in the UK. Politics is lots of fun, isn't it? I guess all we can do now is hope and pray that the Electoral College choose to vote for Hillary, which would be crazy and outrageous and incredibly controversial, and people would be very angry, but for the sake of the free world, I'm hoping at least. I'm a massive lefty, I'm sorry, I apologise. Feel free to send me some hate comments down below, let me know what you thought of this election. Let's have a debate, don't be a tosser. I think that's the end of the video, I don't know, I'm very confused by everything. Next week, Lego. Okay, thanks. Okay, bye. That's next week, so if you're stuck with this long out, then come back next week, subscribe for more.